Hello and welcome to Sim.bc, where right now is 16:59. It's just about to turn 5 in the afternoon, so now we're moving closer to that 7 o'clock mark. Am I right, people? And today is Saturday News Recap! Woohoo! The best show on the internet, the best show of the week, the one that you've been waiting for. Am I right, people? You've been sitting there on Monday, oh no, need to go to school or need to go to work. Tuesday, I survived Monday. Wednesday, small Saturday, right? Because that's when you go out, mini partying, you have your after work and so on and so forth. Thursday, it's soon Friday. Today's the last day of the week. And then Saturday, and you're just like, finally, this is what I've been waiting for, because today is the Saturday News Recap. Why am I hyping this up so much? Well, because I kind of need to, because this week I've been looking into all of them different ethical issues. Why? Well, because we're looking into ethical issues in school and newspapers and stuff, so that's just what I've been going through, and I've been going through lots. And you can argue that, well, that sounds like a super good thing. Then maybe we have like 5 or 6 different news pieces to go through. No, actually, this means that I've been very selective in the news pieces that I've picked, and I've only come to one this week. Yeah, that's kind of bad, isn't it? But, it's just what it is. And it can be argued if this is ethical implications or not. But we're going to discuss it and we're going to present it in such a way anyway. And that is going to be the international piece of news. And then we're going to have a bit of news from me. Probably going to take like half of the episode because today, mate, is a big one. Oh, yeah, today's a big one. Probably seen it already if you saw the intro. Oh, not saying that there is more, but maybe there is. Maybe there is, right? Anyway, let's get straight into it. So, what I'm talking about today is, of course, the Uber versus Google in court. All about that self-driving technology. And just to set the stage for you, yeah? Just to set the stage for what I am talking about, is that apparently there is an engineer at Google who worked there. He left in 2016, right? He is a brilliant mind. He is forward in the self-driving car industry. Everybody looks up to him, or many people look to his opinion when it comes to this type of technology. And apparently he is this figurehead in the industry. This engineer then left Google. I know, crazy, right? Such a good workplace. Leaving that, you need to have a damn good reason. And did he? Yes, he did. Because he moved on to, as I understood it, found his own company called Otto, which was basically, there are these huge trucks that are driving everywhere, and their logistics and supply chain management. Yet again, apply source critique and look into this yourself, but as far as I understood it, that is basically what it was all about. But quite quickly after that he made this company, at least to the articles that I've read, the quite quickly can then be interpreted as months, weeks, or years, depending on how you see it. But he left in 2016, now it's 2018, so can't be that long ago, right? So maximum a year, I would argue. Anyway, quite quickly then, Uber bought up Otto. They argued because it was a good investment, it was a good company that turned over good profits, right? And they wanted to access. Well, they probably didn't say this outright, but one can, I can see the point of view that they probably wanted to have the expertise of one of the best people when it comes to self-driving car technology in the industry on their side, inside their company, and just quickly move him, right? From Otto into Uber. Oh yeah, that works perfectly, right? No, that's not why we bought it at all. Maybe that he is worth the entire, whatever it was, like 500 million pounds that they bought the company for, something like that. It was outrageous, the amounts that we're talking about. And here I am sitting on my student loans. Isn't life fair? Anyway, so Uber bought this company, Otto, and now they acquired him, the new engineer. And the problem comes in, right, that apparently, according to Google, this guy had then traded in lots of trade secrets and lots of patents into Uber, which have made them elevate and get forward and into the industry of self-driving car promotion. Why is this a big deal? Well, because according to Uber's previous statements, they've said that the self-driving technology is crucial to their survival when it comes to, survive within the industry and in the business as of a whole. So they really need this technology, apparently, according to the company, right? According to the company. And now Google is suing Uber because they're stating that they've, well, taken their trade secrets. First, they stated that they'd taken over 120 something trade secrets, and now they're down to 8. According to Google, that's because they don't want to have a legal dispute that goes on for years and years and years. According to Uber, it's probably because, well, you didn't have the many to begin with, and you were quite sloppy in your accusations. I'm not trying to pick a side here, even if it sounds like it. Bear with me, I'm trying to be as objective as possible. This is far from a done deal, right? Probably gonna take a year or two before they actually get to an understanding and an agreement in court. So, yeah, you should read in on this on your own time. Don't take a side from here, from this video alone. But the problem, yet again, comes down to the ethical implication of, if this is all based on that Uber bought Otto and got acquired to this guy who used to work at Google, who, let's just say that maybe he did, maybe he didn't trade in secrets from Google. What if it was only his own opinions, his own ideas that he had been developing at Google as well, but they were still his ideas? Shouldn't he be able to share them at his new corporation as well then? Because one can argue, if he cannot, then he's kind of locked to Google in a sense. That's not a good thing for the market, for the open economy and the free economy. No, we want as free labor movement as possible, right? In order to benefit us, the consumer, and hurting other companies, but whatever. So we want free labor movement, right? I'm for that. At least at this point in time, I am. Maybe come to differentiate from that in the future. Just bear with me. And well, if he can't take his, what should we say, his reasoning with him, all of this expertise that he's gained through his work at this company and all the experience, then he's kind of locked into Google and can't move as easily into another company that just happened to be Uber at this point in time. Now, I think that Google and Uber are the two big competitors in this industry. Maybe Tesla, I've heard from some people, but don't take that as a fact, are in this industry together. And yet again, the ethical implications come in with that. Well, can he bring his own ideas with him? Can he not do that? What is the implications if he can't? Is that really fair? Because it's his mindset, his expertise. Can Google actually claim his expertise as their own? I understand as well that it is the patents that he has helped develop over the years, and the patents that already existed inside Google that he had acquired information about, that he then, so to say, have spilled over to Uber, and that is kind of what the dispute's all about. But yet again, if he has helped develop patents, then that's basically his expertise, and he should be able to share that expertise with any new given company that he would wish to enter, right? Because based on your previous experience, you see new solutions, right? So if you come into a company and you've been working at a different one, and it turns out that this new company does it very differently from your old one, maybe there are lots of things from the old company that you can implement here that makes it more efficient. And that's good for the consumer. Maybe that's not strictly legal, I don't know, but that is kind of the ethical implication that is going on here as well. Is it allowed for a person to bring their own expertise as long as they don't take a patent within itself, but they just take what they've learned and apply it at their new workplace? And there isn't a landmark case for this as of yet, I would like to believe. According to the many articles that I've read about the subject, there isn't. Maybe there is. Yet again, these are news articles, not academic articles, so maybe they haven't done their research as good as they would have needed to. Not that all of the academic world does that either, but, you know, I'm in the academic world, I'm thinking what I would have done, so unfortunately I can't put myself into the news world as of yet. Anyway, mates, that was the first piece of news. This second one, and I'm impressed that we went all the way to almost to the 10-minute mark with this one, because I'm not that interested in ethical implications anymore. I've been reading about this for a month now, and I'm just like, oh, please, let me read something about pure economics gains, right? Let me read about the economic gains, and don't let me think about what happens because of this economic gain. I don't want to know. Even though it is really healthy to think about, and it's something that you should consider as a corporation, you know, CSR and all of that, and stakeholders, internal stakeholders, external stakeholders, more stakeholders, and so on and so forth. And marketing and newspapers, right? You want to be in the media zone without actually getting hurt. But that's not what I'm talking about. The next piece of news, anyway, that we're going to go into is that, and maybe you've seen it, I have a new intro, or we have a new intro. Sim.bc got a new intro. And you might be saying, hey Phil, you've been talking about that before, haven't you? You've been saying that you've had a new intro. You spent the entire video 2 days ago about talking about that. That is true. That is correct. So what is the big news today? Well, now we have an animated outro as well. Woo! I know, spoiler alert. Am I right? Because it's gonna come in, well, after this. Come in a new animated outro, and it's so good. At least in my opinion. Yet again, I'm a bit smug. I'm a bit happy about that I actually managed to animate anything, make something move from one side of the screen to the other. I'm just like, oh, this is the best. I can go work at Disney now. I can go work at Marvel. I can go work at the DC universe. I can go work anywhere because I'm so good at animation now, right? I'm a rigorous pro. And of course I'm not, but that's how I feel, right? I'm acquired a bit of new knowledge, and that is always fun. So, got a new animated outro. I'm a bit smug, yet again. That is kind of the big news for today when it came to what has happened in the channel. So, new intro, new outro. And the most irritating thing, I saved this outro, by the way, is to give a quick story. I saved this outro, got it as a .swf file. W. Yeah, that's what you say it, right? W. Okay, so I got it as a point, like a full stop, a point. This is so hard in English. A full stop SWF. Yeah, a flash file anyway. Trying to put it into Premiere, Adobe Premiere, because I used animation and Adobe Animation CC. Got this flash file. Tried to implement it in Premiere, didn't work. Tried to put it into Adobe Media Encoder, didn't work. So I had to go online and find a flash to MP4 media converter. And that was sketchy. Anyway, mates, that was all for me. But I managed to do it. It took about 4 hours to animate the outro. It took about 3.5 hours to try and convert it to the correct file size. Or the correct file source, so let's say. But yeah, I promise you, that was everything for me today, mates. Have a nice one, and I'll see you tomorrow with a new project, the Founder's Problem. Yet again, probably going to talk about the intro and the outro and the astonishing amount of time I put into that when I really should have gone to sleep. Yet again, Founder's Problem is teasing it, right? Just teasing it. Have a nice one, mates. See you tomorrow. Bye. And now comes the outro. Woo!